This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Network podcasts.
Hey there, Dangerlings. Dan Thompson here. I'm sure wherever you are in the world listening to this, you're probably being affected in some way by the coronavirus pandemic right now. At the moment in London, they're talking about putting the city on lockdown fairly soon. Me and the rest of the cast are basically unemployed for the moment. Myself, as a chronically ill person, I'm looking at about 12 weeks where I'm not even allowed to leave the apartment. It's a pretty uncertain time, so I wanted to just check in and let you know what's going to be happening with the podcast over the next few months. The short answer is this: we're not going anywhere. We've got like 7 or 8 episodes already recorded in the studio with the usual high quality sound that you're used to. On top of that, we've got our 6-part D&D special, which is all recorded, all edited, ready to go. We don't have a release date for that, but it is ready. So there's a lot of content already done. After that, if this thing is still going on, you know what? We live in a digital age. We can record the show remotely. It may not sound the way you're used to. It may not even have the full cast, depending on what happens, but it certainly won't be dead air. I know that this is just a silly podcast about a bunch of idiots playing role-playing games, and I certainly know that whatever we may have to offer during this time, it is less than a fraction of a percent of what the real heroes in our society are doing. The NHS staff, the carers, the people keeping the lights on. But I also know how important role-playing games are to a lot of people. It matters to be able to take your time away from what's going on in your life. It is a valid need, and it is even more valid right now. And we want you to know that even if you can't make it to your gaming table, you are always going to be welcome at ours. We may be just a bunch of nerdy actors, and we might not have a lot of useful skills for a crisis like this. But what we can do is tell stories. So we're going to keep telling you our story for as long as you need to hear it, because you're part of our club. Now let's have an adventure.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
We're little more than ghosts, you and me. You haven't changed at all, Short Sword.
You have.
It's the shard.
This is saying really powerful.
Yeah.
Follow this, follow me. She's messing with us, man. It's bad this way.
Velda! Is she captured yet?
I mean, she's on the floor. The rock has just appeared.
You don't even know what it is. You're going to destroy everything. You see them all explode.
Oh, whoa.
Don't look so worried, One Fang. It'll all come good in the end.
The adventure continues now.
We are rolled to the hole in.
Well, that was an explosive episode, wasn't it?
Hey.
Do you like this? Do you like this new world where I get to make the puns?
Yeah, maybe it was an illusionary bomb.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Dan, we haven't made a pun in a while.
All right, enough of that. Enough of that words, or I'll extend that explosion. You're not too big to get an explosion, my lad. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Data Club podcast.
What's that mean? That's brave words for someone with an explosion distance.
Yeah.
Love that crusade. I mean, that's great.
So some revelations of that last one, and it turns out that Caragor's a bit of a shepherd killer. Does that make you a crook?
Oh!
Not the only one with puns.
Good one.
That was news to me as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first time I'd heard of it.
Oh,
Come on! I could do this all day.
you really could.
I really could.
That is America's pun.
Yeah, America's pun.
So with the... I'm wondering, with the advent of the Witcher TV series, which is probably pretty old now when this comes out, it's been around there. Scott, how's your playthrough of The Witcher going?
Kira Metz. I met Kira Metz. I've met Kira Metz and she introduced herself. She's all mysterious and random witch in the woods. Turns out sorceress. Okay, cool. They've gone into hiding because of the story. Yeah, fine. Come and meet me in Magical Land. Fine. Go to meet her in Magical Land.
Nice.
You alright, Colin?
Yeah, man.
I thought you were shaking your head.
Nice.
I was like, oh no, wait, you're about to hit that bit.
Just a little bit of, and I want you to carry on, but me and Drum kind of looked at each other and just went, don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Sorry, that was just us, man. That wasn't really anything to do with you.
We were sharing a little look there, Dave.
Anyway,
carry on, Scott, because I am interested, even though I don't know what you're talking about.
feel a little bit on edge now. Yeah, but no, and then she invites you into a little magical boudoir, her steamy bath, and she goes and have a bath for 5 minutes. She gets in the bath long enough for you to go and see her clearly bathing, and then she sort of shows your boobs, and then you go off, and she gets changed again, and then you go on a really hard quest, like tracking down the wild.
Are you saying that before you get sent on a really hard quest, that there's a little bit of porn beforehand just to make you feel better?
Well, I mean, it did make me feel bad. It made me feel confused. I had stuff to do. The boobs were a distraction, if anything else. I'm really sure.
To be fair, that's about as long as I have a bath for. I only have a bath for I'll have a bath long enough to run a bath, get in the bath, realise I don't really like baths, and then get back out of the bath.
What you were going to say?
As soon as the Witcher walks in.
I was going to say, if a Witcher long enough to show the Witcher the goods, and he goes, and then walks out again.
Can I just say, I don't have a bath, I have a bath, because I'm from the south.
But he has a bath and a tide pool because he's from Whitstable. So
yeah, right. Yeah,
a bath on an oyster bed.
Yeah, loofing his back with a lobster,
just shelling oysters as I do it. You know what I mean?
He's got to exfoliate with this crab. There we go.
Cooking a fucking lobster over there, like
just get the bum flakes off. There we are. What is a callback?
I like there being a Witcher TV series because I've joined the new generation. Because all these people who watch the Witcher TV series and they're all like, I don't really understand it. Maybe I'd understand it if I'd played like that game that was really popular. And I can now be one of those people being like, no, you still don't understand it if you played the game. Whereas when I was playing the game, I was like, maybe if I played the other games in the series, I would understand that. And other people were like, no, you still won't understand it. Maybe if you read all of the books in the original Polish.
I mean, it is one of those things where obviously no spoilers, but I have played all the games and I've read all the books, and I can just about follow what's going on. And I did think of having watched the last episode, because I'm actually really enjoying it. I was like, man, if you haven't, this is hard to follow, because the chronology jumps about quite a lot. And also these are tales which literally go into great detail in the books to explain what's going on and explain about, explain about this thing. And if you don't know that, you're like,
you know what?
I'm actually really enjoying it.
Yeah, I thought part of the mythos in general, because I've played a little bit of the games, watched all the series, and read a few of the books.
Where have you got to, Scott?
Kira Metz. I played a bit of The Witcher 2 and got to the dwarf town, and I was like, yep, it's going to take me ages, never mind.
It's a load of dwarves in the bath.
Actually, that's staring at The Witcher.
Once you get past the initial bit, it gets better. Actually, in the swampy swamps is not particularly.
But I thought about the opaqueness.
The swamps are the baths, right?
There's another sorceress who also shows her boobs.
Right.
It's very strong female role models in those.
I actually did a fan film based on The Witcher. I didn't really know what was going on.
Did you
there,
take a hot steamy bath? And
there were no boobs. There were no baths in it. No, I didn't show my boobs, which is a shame.
Maybe if you got paid.
But yeah, I think
it was a profit share. You got standards.
That film was. I mean, I get paid for most of my acting work, James.
Actually, James.
I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but
basically, I show my boobs for sandwiches. I mean, it's just come on.
It's a weird way to get served in a shop.
I know, yeah. I'm banned from so many Pretz.
I figure the opaqueness though of the series in general is part of it, because if you were a guy running around at that time, you wouldn't have a clue about who's at war, which lord has done what to who. I think that's part of it. It sort of ingrains you into that way of thinking, and also the protagonist, mostly the protagonist, he knows, but he doesn't really give a shit. He's like Temeria and Redania and all that. He doesn't really care. Just stop hurting people. That's kind of
it is, yeah. And witches by their nature have to remain, neutral. So
speaking of opaque narratives,
what the hell is
smooth as silk?
Picture the scene.
You're insulting your own narrative.
Dan's going to go another. Yeah, picture the scene.
I was going to say, are we talking about my acting career?
Rises into
In the words of Henry Cavill in that wonderful series. So there's been a massive explosion. Several of you have been caught in the massive explosion, and unlike is happening here in the studio, it is not a talcum powder explosion.
Should we just pause to allow Drum to do whatever Drum's doing?
No, let him do it. It's fine. No, I don't mind.
He can get comfy. Let the man be comfy. Let the man be comfortable.
He needs to be comfortable and powdered at all times.
If this was my house, you'd have a sofa.
Right? Colin has been making...
And a bath. Have a bath with some oysters.
We should do a game where
We
all
were
of us
all
is
in
in
the
various
bath.
fantasy settings. Like
Yeah.
tied up in chains.
Colin's been
Once a
making Colin's been making a strong play to move the recording to to his place.
Yeah. It's literally
He's
just
tout-
laziness.
Touting chili, sofas, baths,
7 different types of talc.
7 different types of
Oh my god! You
Oh,
literally
yeah.
just got drum. You had me at talc.
You got lavender. Oh, yeah.
Do you have a lamp there?
There's a few lamps actually. Yeah.
Several you hear that, James? Several
Well, there we
lamps.
go. You could be. I was going to say something awful. No.
What were you going to say?
Oh, now we need to know.
Deep in
now.
a lamp.
Well,
Don't
because he
say it,
punches
man,
my
don't
lamp
say
with a fist, but I thought if there's more lamps, he could do more than just one punch, and that was going to lead him to. Yeah, it's not. We don't need to go there.
He could fist many lamps.
I was thinking about double fisting, really, because I was. And there it is. guys.
Right,
I mean,
let's
you
carry
said,
on.
You said.
Let's carry on.
I meant it
I
purely.
was right to blow you up.
Okay.
So you met you've met Freya. You've got a shard.
Oh, so we have got the shard. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. You have a shard. I don't know if it's the shard.
Well,
But
you
you
just
have
said it was the
something.
shard, so
I said a shard. There are
That's
many
like
shards,
3
Colin.
times you've buggered up now.
Wow. Just lay that on right before I roll some damage for an
Yeah,
explosion.
because next time he does a flashback, I knew he was going to make you murder a shepherd in your backstory.
Dan's not even in his old man chair either.
I
is he?
know.
No, I
That
know.
old
I
man
don't know what
chair's
happened to. I don't know what happened to the throne. It's
Yeah,
gone.
man. I didn't tell you, like, as I was on my way over here today, this shepherd just fucking held me up for hours. I just don't know about shepherds right now.
gone. Yeah.
Was that the baby as well? Like you
It was
sneezed
a
on?
baby shepherd.
Yeah.
So,
It's why I keep a flock on.
I mean, it was adorable.
hey, it's another one. Got it in there. That's 3 shepherd puns, guys. I mean, come on. It's a gift and a curse.
It is.
It's not like a competition, James. You're not trying to bleat anyone.
Right. How much have we died? Come on.
All right. Do you want to find this out, and then when you
Yeah.
want to discuss your newfound thing? So you met Freya Axmon. You've had a dramatic fight. I love that rooftop chase. That was real fun.
That was one of my favourite things that we've ever done on this podcast. I was so invested in that. Chasing her across rooftops.
Yeah.
And we couldn't even see her.
Yeah.
We were chasing magical, like, things that were left in the air. Ah, man.
I was so sick. I imagine
into
Bubba
it.
just like stopping every sort of like 20 seconds going, wow.
I could really picture it.
Wait.
And, like, you know, like maybe all 3 of us sort of have to go, and like a bit of dust kicks up, so we go, like, which way next?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that way, go. Ah, so into it.
As soon
Ultra
as,
cool.
as soon as Velda stayed behind to take the robe off, I was just like, I know exactly where she's going.
Yeah.
That's the bit
Because
in-
she twigs quite quickly that that she can't shake you, and she sees what Bubba is doing. Like, that's not hard to know. So she's got to think of another plan. But that plan has not worked very well for her.
Push that paper wizard off the roof. Push that paper wizard off the roof.
Flat.
Next to a Canadian, apparently. Big up Canada.
I love that character.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
great.
Big up
It
Canada.
was a great episode.
You fell from the sky.
Dangerlings from Canada. Tweet us.
Tweet us, Canada.
When was the last time you saw a wizard plummet from the sky?
Yeah.
But first of all, I would like a reflex save from everyone who is standing directly by it, which is Fulton, Caragor, and the Earth Elemental.
Do I do the Earth Elemental?
Whoa.
Oh.
Got a feeling I know what's going on there.
That was on everyone's mics.
Yeah.
I think Scott rolled really well.
Yeah. Deduced.
It's the first time in a long time I've gone, whoa.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Either that or
It was that chili made the other night. Apparently it's really good.
Did you say reflex? Yeah.
yeah. Either that or
up in the
whoever
bar?
lives in the room above this one has got some real ideas of what's going on down
Oh
here
yeah,
right now.
yeah. 6 guys.
Right.
So, do I need to do anything for the elemental? Or
I'll go ahead and give the elemental
gonna do
roll.
the elemental
It's a natural 1 for the elemental
Why did I
Not
let
the
him do
rock.
that?
because I always roll great
All right.
unless it's for
Let's
you.
find out.
All right. What have we got? Fulton Battlestone.
16.
A 16. All right. What have we got? Caragor One Fang.
14.
A 14. That's a 1 for the elemental. I can tell
He
you
was never going to be that quick. Let's be honest.
he's not. He's not swift on his feet. So you're all gonna. So all of you are going to take full damage from this.
Woo!
So that is 10 points of fire damage to both of you, and I need both of you to. Sorry, it's
The smoke from the fire.
Yes, it's working.
That's it. No more damage. Yay!
True immersion there.
It's fine.
God damn you. It is lovely water. What are we doing? These last shows of a record, they all go crazy. I need an acrobatics check from both of you. And would you like to roll the acrobatics check for the earth elemental?
Yes,
Go on.
I will.
Go on, you roll it for him, Drummond. You roll for the rock.
It was a 9 on the die.
Okay. Oh,
Who let that shepherd in here?
Oh, what we got, Fulton?
20.
A 20. That's a 9 on the die for the elemental.
I don't have his
Yep,
stuff in
that's
front of me.
fine. And Caragor?
15.
A 15 for Caragor, one
Still
thing.
pretty good.
It's still pretty good. Fulton, you leap clear. You leap away as the explosion goes off. You roll away from the. You're blown away, but you're blown across the rooftop, so you roll out of the way.
Yay.
Caragor, you're blown off the roof, and you're left dangling by your fingertips over the street below. The rock is sent sailing off the rooftop and plummets down. I would like a reflex save from Velda, please.
Oh no!
This could kill me. This could literally kill me.
God.
I don't want to have to use a hero point to jump out of the way of the rock. Oh my god. I'm going to have to use a hero point. Like, literally, if that thing hits me, I am out.
Rock bottom!
First roll. Ooh, it's not bad. It's a 12. Ah, it's 2 12s. Wow. Okay, there we go.
Good use of a hero point. I will take that
in
hero.
that case, it is 22.
A 22. You dive aside. The rock crashes into the ground and lands in a pile of bricks and kind of gets up and just kind of shudders slightly on the floor. Oh my god! There's a rock man falling from the sky! Hey, Martha, get out here!
Why did you say that name?
There's people falling from the sky all over the place.
We just can't help ourselves, can we? Just the same jokes over and over and over and over again.
Hey, wizard, is this rock guy your brother?
Yeah. Why not?
Mother, this is a wizard and this rock guy is his brother and they're falling from the sky. It's the craziest day I've ever had in my life.
Yes, this is
Buddy,
Martin.
I'm glad I met you.
This is Martin Pebbleworth. Say hello, Martin. There we are.
That's funny because, he's your brother, but he is heavy.
It's true.
Oh, Caragor is hanging by his fingertips. What would everyone on the top like to do?
How far's the drop?
Drop is 30 feet.
Cool. I've got I've got catfall 25 feet.
Oh, okay.
Can I just drop gracefully to the ground?
That's fine.
30 foot drop, isn't it?
Where's
Anticlimactic.
Freya?
Yeah. And you don't take take damage from the 5 feet, so you can let go and you can land.
I might as well just climb.
So
up.
who's left up on the
Up
roof?
the top are Bubba, Fulton, and Shania.
Where's Freya?
There is a crater where Freya was. The section of the roof had just been blown apart, and you can just see bits of Freya lying around.
She's
blown up.
Dead.
Like-
She blew herself up.
She's gone. She's
Try and blow all of you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Caragor just heaves over, arm over arm, instead of dropping. Just climbs up.
Is everything all right up there?
Hey,
Thanks for the rock column, by the way.
Well, it was quite useful until she decided to blow herself the fuck up. This is crazy.
Is she
Look,
dead
there's
then?
her arm over there.
Oh,
Look, there's her eye.
there's the bottom of her jaw there as well.
Is she dead? Oh no, actually, forget that. I've just found a piece of it down here. Yep.
Yeah, no, she's
Dan,
she's literally in pieces.
can we see
She's fucked up.
Can we see the courtyard
No, the courtyard's on the
here.
other side of the temple. You're at the back of the temple, basically. The courtyard.
There's still lots of commotion
You can
going on.
still hear commotion, and you can hear that there's something going on the other side of this block.
We should.
What should we do now?
Okay.
I'm going to call up, having heard Fulton. I'd advise you take your robes and masks off.
Oh, yeah. I throw them down towards...
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Whip off
Caragor
the...
just goes and just inspects that crater very, very thoroughly.
Cool.
Because she used invisibility before.
Yeah.
He just goes round, takes a cookery out. Actually, takes a ranseur out and just combs through everything.
So most of the body is still there. Like we say, it's not literally just splattered everywhere. Most of her body is still there, and you give it a shove, and it does not move.
All right,
it's
so
very
let's
badly
check.
burned, and the acid is still burning away.
Okay,
anything
very carefully.
in the body,
3 points of acid damage on her
Yeah,
corpse.
the corpse continues to just melt.
I'm
away.
still rolling.
Can we
I would like
search?
to loot her.
Yeah, let's search her.
All right.
Is this her?
Is it her? What, you're looking for a birth
I
certificate?
mean, I think...
No, but she
think
didn't
it's
have...
her.
I know what you
but
mean.
she didn't
I know what
have...
you mean.
She wasn't limping.
Well, presumably because of the magic, right? I mean,
I think
she
I think the limp was an affectation to lure people into thinking that she couldn't do things that she could actually do.
Yeah, that's a very fair
that's
estimation.
actually... Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, it couldn't have been Freya. She can't climb up there. No, she could.
Yeah.
Because we never found out what happened, really, did we?
Oh, yeah, she's definitely all right. Em. Sorry, I keep going on about it.
Yeah, it's really sore. It's still.
Do you think
trapped in that little love
Dan
loop,
wouldn't
aren't you?
have written anything else if you'd found out that? We did
I mean,
something different.
we would have had to go on that quest.
Yeah, just stop the
All roads lead to Dan.
We don't trust you, Freya. Goodbye. All right. Off she goes.
Right. She might not be.
Yeah, I'll stop mentioning it.
So you...
He said going on Facebook and mentioning it.
tagged in 3 posts.
Literally, just getting on the Discord now going, you never believe this.
mzwasright.com.
It's like a real right-wing site.
Turns out he wasn't quite as nice as everyone thought.
You can only find it on the dark web.
Yeah.
Right, so you sort through her stuff. You find her daggers, one of which appears to be pretty well made. Actually, both of them are really well made. So you find 2 very nice daggers amongst her kit.
Can I keep one of these daggers? I really like it.
You find a bag containing
I mean,
10 gold pieces.
I think that Caragor probably deserves to make that call because he does fight with 2 daggers.
I'm quite good with the old
He's a
daggers. you know?
two-dagger guy.
Yeah, he's got 2 cookeries.
All right.
Hey, if you want, Shania, I can give you a cookery lesson.
Actually, that would be really great.
Grim Optimism nailed it.
And you find very badly charred on a cord around her neck a wooden token with a carved earwig on it.
I'd take the token.
Okay.
Is there still any part of her face still intact?
Yeah, kind of. It's badly burned and badly melted with acid and has a sort of axe slash across it. But yes, her eyes just stare.
6 points of acid damage now on it.
Thank you, James.
I reach down to it and just move my hand around the acid. I just reach down, grab hold of one of her teeth and just break it off and keep it and put it with the other teeth, the other earwigs that I've got, along with the earwig token as well.
Okay, you take the tusk and you have that.
They're not magical, are they? These daggers?
I don't know. I can't see from
I just forgot he's still down there. Can you not climb, mate?
No,
I thought you'd
at least pop down a rope or something.
Do you want me to? I'll chuck one at you. I'll toss one to you. Do you want to catch? No, actually, Bobby, you're here.
I'm standing right beside you, mate. Yeah.
No, I mean, I did ask the question. You just went silent.
You could still throw
you
down
just
a rope.
started shouting about it.
How did you get back up here?
I'm still in the
alleyway.
you?
How did you get back up here?
Huh?
Did you float down again?
I caught the roof just by my fingers. And then I heaved.
saw it. It was amazing.
Do you know what? If I'd have fallen down, it wouldn't have been, but it would have taken longer, so I just climbed up here.
He literally pulled himself up with one hand. It was amazing.
Anyway, now that we're all here, all of us are on this roof together.
Yeah, we're all here, all together.
Is this dagger
all
magical?
together now. Yeah. I'll just check.
Thanks, mate.
I detect magic on both the daggers.
You detect magic. The daggers are magical. You can make an Arcana check or a Bardic Lore check to identify them.
Oh, Bardic Lore check.
God, I never got me rope back off Brother Carlisle.
Is 15.
How much Fulton's got a rope?
What you have here are a pair of +1 striking daggers.
That's a pair of +1 striking daggers, that.
A +1?
Yeah.
It's a funny brand name.
I know. Yeah. +1 is a place
actually
back in...
pronounced Plusvon.
Don't recognise the forge. What's
it's a place
that?
back
It's
in
actually pronounced
Caremarga.
Plusvon.
Plosvan. I'm now going to call them the Plosvan daggers.
Do you know
the
what?
Plusvon daggers. That's right.
There's a vending machine that does these.
No,
back
there's
in-
not. Did these come out of the vending machine?
No, these wouldn't have
Carry
done.
on phrasing
but,
across the room. Okay, sorry, out of game, I don't know mechanically if they're going to be better than my kukris, so I'm just going to pocket them for now, and we'll have a look at them later off.
Sure. I imagine there would be, but yeah.
Still
in the alleyway.
Do you hear something?
Are there more of them up there? Buddy, there's voices up there.
Please drop down a rope. This man's very irritating.
I haven't got a rope builder.
No, I know Fulton's got one.
I wonder if I can cast like a silence.
Oh, sorry, Velda. I pull Velda up with my rope.
Do you want to buy some poutine while you're down here?
Poutine.
Well, actually, I do
bloody love a bit of poutine.
Yes. All right.
The rocket metal is already buying some.
Yes, Martin, you buy some. Do I need to make a check? Just get hold.
For the rope,
no,
you can,
hold on.
yeah, you hold on to it, and Fulton holds you back up.
So just
what a mess.
as Velda's getting up here,
Yeah.
Push him off.
you know,
Long live the king!
Great. Just as Velda's getting up there, Shania starts saying, "Vel, shit!" Because I mean, I could have sworn she must have had the shard on her, but it does not seem like we can find the shard anywhere on her. What the fuck?
Well, I think you're talking about this. And I get the pouch and I just show them the shard.
What?
Yeah, it turns out when I was falling to what I thought was my death, I grabbed hold of a satchel and it had the shard in it. So,
Don't touch it.
We've got it.
Put it away.
Every cloud,
Is there anything
eh?
else in the pouch? Is there anything else in the pouch?
Nothing else in the pouch.
So it's just that. What do
Holy
we do with
shit.
this?
What do we do?
cloud-
now?
Okay,
you're
we need to get back to Nuala.
We do, yes. First thing we do is go
Nuala.
back to Nuala.
Yes.
Aye.
We must do this quickly now, because things is kicking the
Let's
fuck
go.
off.
Let's
I agree.
go.
And people are going to be after us if we have
Yeah,
this.
right,
Yes,
right.
just in my brain, having now seen the shard,
yes.
can I make a knowledge arcana check to try and work out a vaguest idea of what it might
Go ahead
be?
and make a
Maybe
knowledge
say that
arcana
into your
check.
mic as well. Like that would be a.
Colin is Captain Shade this
I didn't
evening.
realise you were expert level in sarcasm there, Colin.
Yeah.
My sheet there, I didn't realise you.
All right, Colin, I've made the arcana check.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. That sounds
17.
beautiful.
A 17, you've got no idea
No.
what this is.
No, I've got no idea.
Whenever you cast detect magic directly on it, you are basically blinded for a moment. You're-
Luckily I haven't got it.
Okay,
I'm just literally
whatever
trying to...
the fuck it is, it's really, really fucking dangerous.
Let's go.
okay,
I missed
we need to
Jin,
get out of here
and
quickly.
I hate this temple. Let's go.
Let's go.
Could you
Let's
on
go.
the way, as we're moving, because we're moving now, could you just zap us with a few more of them bits of, the
You know what?
marches?
I think maybe we might get to do some rest now, so I'm just going to use the rest of it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very badly hurt.
Go ahead and roll some healing while you're walking. I assume you've all taken off your cult gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. You all take off your cult gear.
Are we going the other way, aren't we? We're not going towards the.
I mean, at the moment you're on a rooftop, so presumably you want to climb down onto the street level.
Yes.
But I figure we can go the other side. Does that take us
Yeah,
down
you
to
can
the
go.
street?
You can
as opposed
stay
to-
away from rather than going directly to the front, and you can even sort of loop around and have a look at it from a side street as you go past.
Yeah,
That'd be a good
let's
shout,
walk
yeah.
past it and take a little side look as we walk past. But basically, we're heading back to Nuala now,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Away from the
Mission
temple, away
accomplished.
from the
Okay.
Okay, you
All right.
make your way down.
And on the way back, I'm going to do a bunch of healing.
Okay,
and
no
stuff.
worries. So you take a
Treat
little look
wounds.
down a side street as you do, and you can see that the guard are there, and that there's several of the guard are breaking up whatever the protest was. Not violently, but they are dispersing the crowd. And amongst them, sitting on a horse, you can see the woman, Bubba, who you saw taking Razmiri coin.
Yeah.
And it's actually the same guards that you saw when you were out back in when you were sent outside during the pickpocketing. The same guards that you saw around then. It seems to be the one group of guards that patrol this area. Cool. You see them breaking everything up.
As we come off the rooftop, a couple of things.
Yes.
Just as the guys pull in front, I take off my robes and my mask, and then out of sight of this lot, I just keep the mask.
Okay.
And I pocket mine into my belongings.
Yep.
And as we come off the rooftop, what was the building that we're on whose rooftop just got blown up?
It was like a sort of tenement building, so it's flats.
Can I get a view inside or around it or anything like that? See if anyone was hurt by the explosion, or if just like
Sure. Yeah, you can look through the hole that was left when it exploded. You can see no sign of anyone in that room. It looks like that particular flat was unoccupied at the time.
Well, they're going to have. I hope they've got insurance or something.
The council will pay for that.
The what?
It's
The council.
I mean, it could be
Of
rented
people.
by the landlord.
The Council of People. Rejected
that
Lord of the
sounds-
Rings chapter title.
That sounds somewhat revolutionary.
There's an intro waiting to happen there. Hello, we are the Council of People.
Does everyone want to give themselves 12 hit points back as well?
Yes, I
From
do.
General
Thank you
healing
very much,
business.
Shania.
I will take the minutes, though I know not the way.
You have my pen.
And my
my eraser.
legislation. How many was it?
12.
12.
Okay, so you get some hit points back, and you make your way out of Tamron, back into the forests, follow the path along to the great rock that looks like a dong, and then you turn off, and you make your way to the forest bounty.
That's a dong rock. Oh, there's got mushrooms around here. Oh, wait, hang on, lads. Before we go on a little bit, I got some cash to divvy up. Got 8 gold pieces, so that's what? I don't know, 2. It doesn't really work, does it? Who wants to take the hit on it? I'll take 1. Fuck it, it's fine.
I'll just take 1.
Oh, okay, cool. And then them 2 could take 2 each.
There you go.
There's silver and copper here, but I'm going to just keep that if you don't mind. I got a silver necklace as well.
Sell it.
I was going to give it to Arca next time I saw her.
Oh, I have a platinum ring as well, if we can sell at some point.
What? I thought we found that, and you were going to kick. Yeah, no,
can't-
sell it.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, well, to be honest, we've got the bejeweled dagger.
I mean, who wants a ring anyway? Surely the memories, what you make together, they're more important. I think a lot of people focus on the ring anyway. and
Yeah,
get
no,
fixated by it.
absolutely. That's
all
what
this
I was
like
thinking.
it's meant to be 20% of your yearly salary, and actually you just found it and actually.
Felder quietly walks away while it's
What's this all about?
Well, there's always this tension between them two.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it reminds me of MZ. Do you remember when he used to get so cross when Karagor was talking to someone else?
Did he?
Holding hands with someone else. He really did, Bubba. He really did. He
Yeah.
was quite sensitive like that, actually.
I miss MZ.
Yes, I do.
You
Oh,
make
well.
your way through the forest, and you arrive at the forest
Point
bounty.
dwelling on the past.
The great feasting hall, which is set up in amongst the forest. It's open walls, it's just pillars at the side of it, and you can see various woodland folk gathered around. You notice a centaur couple standing at one of the tables, eating some food. Next to them, they have a centaur stroller, in which case, where you can see a little head and 4 hooves kind of poking up out of it as they are happily enjoying their food.
Still horrific. The centaur baby.
I'm assuming that the centaur, like the bottom of the centaur, what is it, like tied up, or do they let it clip-clop along and then keep the baby strapped in
That's
or
what I was
something?
imagining.
Or
That's
like,
exactly what I was imagining, like a little ring, but like
Yeah.
it's just got its legs just walking normally.
Flopping baby on top of it. Just,
Like a regular
man.
stroller at the bottom, it's wheels at the bottom, and then the top half has got like 2 doors. It's like a horse box on the top.
Like Mr. Ed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
wow.
Still horrific.
As you approach, there's a rustling in some of the bushes nearby, and 4 leshies come wandering out, little leaf people. So they're about 3 feet high, and they're made of leaves. All 4 of them are holding hand crossbows, which they are pointing at you, holding sideways as they approach. And they go, strangers!
Fear not, strangers,
We're
fear
not
heroes amongst you. Go speak to Nuala, she will tell you.
You hear a figure. Hey! Leafy, the gnome with the leafy beard, who you had the druid battle with, comes out. He goes, "You get out of here, young'uns! You don't know nothing!" They look at each other and go, he goes,
This is on.
He points at Shania. And they all look at each other and go, oh, you're right. And then they all turn and run off back into the bushes. He shrugs and he goes, young'uns, what can I do for you?
Fair.
Where to see Nuala.
And my fox. Where's Jin? Jin!
And and my monkey. And all the other, we have very disturbing but also interesting news for Nuala now.
Okay, you walk into the feast hall. As you call out, there is a commotion, and a little fox comes running along the floor up to Velda.
Yay, there you are. I missed you so much. Oh, like this. I take a little treat out and I sort of just gently fusses.
It's just a fox. The actual Jin is watching horrified.
Just see it over now. I knew it.
You pick Jin up, reunited.
I just cuddled him out. I missed you so much.
Caragor just watches and sees if Velda's gonna do a little drain.
Nope.
Say hello.
No, there's no drain.
Mrs. Bells.
There's Philippe.
As you start calling out, you look across and you see Philippe, who is sitting over by the fireplace. He's lounging back in an armchair with a whole crowd of people around him. There are two gnomish women either side of him. He has his arms around them.
I was going to say, if he sat there with a baby stroller next to the chair and it's just little purple arms going around, like, oh my God.
He sees you approach. His eyes widen. And he kind of turns and grunts to the two ladies, hops down from the chair. One of them hangs onto his hand, and he kind of shakes it free and just shakes his head to her. Both of them cry. He just turns and walks away from them and walks back to you. Kind of looks up at you, gives you a little fist bump, and then just sits by your side again.
Wow, Philippe. Fucking hell, man. You work fast.
We so need an offshoot eventually. Find out what happened to those guys over away. It was so much fun.
Honest to goodness, there was one written about Philippe coming to rescue you. If it got that bad, we're going to be looking at that. Leafy takes you to a back room where Nuala is sat at a table. Nuala Kesri, the elven ranger. She's there with her arm brace still on, sword and bow leaning at aside. She is sitting... looking anxious. She's got some bread in front of her, but she's just kind of tearing it anxiously. As soon as you walk in, she stands up and says, "You're back."
Nuala, we have got some information for you, mate.
We have more than just information.
We've got everything.
I heard that there was trouble. Please, sit. Bring us some wine. Leafy brings you all wine, and you all sit down.
Lovely.
This is the first decent wine you've had.
Oh, I love that.
What a thing.
That's a good vintage.
Oh, God. Oh. So I just finished the bottle.
We all just make eye contact with her at once.
Tell me, what have you found?
Velda, do you have the letter?
Yes, I do actually.
And the map, yeah?
Yes, I give her the letter.
Okay. We got a map.
We show the map.
I put them on the table. Spread them on the table.
Show the letter.
Got some paint brushes and other things as well.
No, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I was going to say don't. I was like...
She has a look. She reads through the letter. So you just give me the letter, are you, at the moment?
Give her the letter, and I'm spreading the map on the table in front of her, and just sort of, there we go.
Yeah, any other bits?
Pretty shady stuff.
Okay, she has a look
I put on the stuff that we found in the snake pit as well.
Okay, cool. She looks at the things belonging to the artist. She has to look at the map. She has to look at the letter. It looks like they control a lot of the city. What about the guard?
Yeah, they're in pocket as well. At least the captain is anyway. The captain's been
Certainly,
bought.
yeah, some of them.
We saw the captain taking Razmiri coin from inside the temple.
And it seems to be the same guards who patrol that area of the city, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're all taking kickbacks.
All right.
Whatever they are. Bribes as well.
The Whispering Tyrant. This is enormous, if it's true.
Well, this is exactly what we thought. And as we were leaving, there was the Artist Guild. They were making quite the storm we managed to get a message out via chef that about what we found in the pit.
I heard there was a great deal of unrest in the city.
Yeah.
Was that you? You managed to get a word out?
We did, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Aye, we managed to bake a message.
We
Not literally.
shooed one in.
Shoe cheese.
You wouldn't get it because we were talking about shoe pastry when we went in the bakery. It was that would. If you were there, you'd have loved that.
I got loads of jam on me and I licked it up.
Oh, good. But you've still got some in your beard, I see.
Yeah.
He does a mighty fine croissant, doesn't he?
Well, let's just say that the bakers
Right.
are the yeast of the cult's problems right now.
Look,
Grim optimism.
She allows herself a smile. I need to get this to Wesleyan Gavrick, the Forest Marshal of Near Methas. He'll want to see all of this.
Could you? I feel like you need to be escorted on the way.
Very good.
Do you know? I feel like if you're holding the only bits of evidence that's quite important.
I think we should all come with you.
Maybe. Do you know what I mean? Because
I mean, I do agree, and I think time's of the essence. But could we not have a sleep?
Could we have a rest for the night?
Because I'm very tired, and I've been
absolutely.
burnt, and I've fallen off a roof.
We are in desperate need of.
I'll send word to the city for him to come and meet us here tomorrow. That'll give us time to
That's
rest.
a good
and then we
idea,
can come on our own
yeah.
day.
wonderful. That's good.
Let's have some
plan.
wine. Let's have some food.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have plenty of people here guarding the place so we can rest? Yeah.
Definitely, you're safe.
Okay.
You'll be safe here.
Good.
Thank you, all of you. This is incredible work.
Oh, you're welcome.
It was horrible in there.
Did you find what you were looking for within there?
No, don't know.
Really, I think our quest is going to continue, unfortunately. But still, we did.
We certainly made headway, but finding what you're looking for is it's not always the kindest thing, you know.
Answers always lead to more questions.
We met
Exactly.
the one we were looking for, only we found out that person wasn't really that person anymore.
I see.
Yeah.
It was quite personal.
Right. Well, anything that the Pathfinder Society can do to help you, to answer any of your questions, I will do my utmost to help you with. Let us get some rest, and tomorrow we'll present our evidence to the Forest Marshal and see what he has to say.
Splendid.
So you get some rest.
Yeah.
As we bunk down, I just say to the guys, do you reckon we can, because Pathfinder's in that big vein of knowledge, do you reckon we can trust him if we ask him about the shard?
I'd like to think that we can.
But I'm not sure we can, because I mean, whatever this is, it's incredibly powerful.
But look, I mean, the thing is, it's beyond us on our own. Whatever this is beyond us on our own.
Aye.
We need backup, and the only people that so far I think that we have met along the way are the Pathfinders. If we cannot trust with them, then I do not know who to take this to. I would have no idea.
I want to believe you, Shannara. I think you're right, but very, very recent experience has taught me that I can no longer trust anybody.
Outside of the
I
group,
could understand
of course.
that.
Aye. But, you know, I mean, given they're probably the least distrustworthy of everybody we've ever met. Barring, I don't know, maybe the people at the carnival. Perhaps.
Yeah. But they are far away now.
I just think, well, we certainly shouldn't give the shard to anybody, but I'm just hesitant to let more people know that we've got it. Although, to be honest, my professional opinion as an arcane spell user, it's so powerful. We tracked Freya with very little difficulty across the roofs.
Yeah.
People can do the same thing to us.
It's very true.
I mean, we're going to get found with this thing
and also
very
the people
quickly.
who want this, the Whispering Tyrant and so on, they know exactly the magical signature of this shard. So it's quite possible they could track it from far greater distances.
I mean, they're probably already coming for us.
Possibly.
What does it make?
Honestly, I don't know.
When they're put together, I assume there's other shards.
I suppose.
I mean,
something of unimaginable power. I mean, the
at
rate
some point
the
we must look at it. It
extraordinary.
looked like a piece of mirror to me. So it might be part of a larger mirror, but it has been smashed, you know?
Possibly. I mean, the only thing I know is a scrying mirror, maybe, but surely it can't just be that.
It seems like something more.
But you think the only people we can ask about this are the Pathfinders?
Well, I mean, I have no knowledge or any way to know any more about this.
But you don't think we should approach like a sorcerer?
I think it's highly unadvisable to speak to another magic user. They will almost certainly try and take this from us.
Absolutely, and also one of the things that you have to know about very powerful magic users is that when they get powerful things close to them, it can only make them more dangerous and less trustworthy. Even if they are trustworthy in the first place, sometimes it can be the things that makes them then untrustworthy. It's very dangerous.
Pathfinders it is.
So why would the Whispering Tyrant want this shard?
Well, I mean, we don't know the Whispering Tyrant wants this shard. It was,
she was bringing it to him, no?
I think she was taking it to the head person at the church, wasn't she?
Was she?
Yeah, so she was coming to collect
it.
Taking it to Rasmere,
I believe.
But according to the letter, are they not in league with the Whispering Tyrant?
Well, that's a sort of non-aggression pact to not attack each other's ships, to allow them to traverse the lake more than anyone else. You see.
So that they can get the peace to the Whispering Tyrant, no?
And what is the Whispering Tyrant?
Have I sniffed something out that was not there?
I mean, the thing is, the Whispering Tyrant, he wants the doom of all living things, effectively.
Where is he at the moment?
He's on, well, I presume, his home island.
The Isle of Terror.
I don't know why I said it like that.
It's literally called the Isle of Terror.
Is there some reason why he can't leave? And is this broken mirror, if you put it back together, a way for him to get back onto...
No,
this sounds like the kind of things that I would be very, very afraid of.
I think the Whispering Tyrant can leave because he's invaded a lot of the north.
I mean, his armies have. I'm not sure when the last sighting of him or it.
Well, I mean, I think I couldn't imagine the last person who's seen him and lived to tell it.
I'll tell you who would know. The Pathfinders.
Yeah, okay, so I think, are we all in agreement? Then we must ask them.
Well, I tell you what, let's ask them tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, good, because I'm very tired.
I was not thinking today.
You have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
You are to re-prepare all of your new spells, get all those lovely spells back. You get healed back. It's your level plus your con mod in hit points. So you start to feel a little bit healthier. Get some rest. And the next morning, you wake up feeling refreshed for the first time, knowing you're not having to be woken up at the very crack of dawn to perform evil acts for a horrible cult. You wake up in the forest bounty, and you're able to have a nice breakfast, fruit and berries, and lamb. They love lamb in the forest bounty.
Yeah. Just over breakfast, Caragor takes out the scroll of invisibility and hands it to Velda. Here you go. You got done in by invisible person before, so ears open, that doesn't happen again. You can use it against them.
Yeah, well, yeah, yes, actually I can cast invisibility, but it's always useful to have it because then I don't have to use a spell slot. So,
well, I mean, if you
but the thing, you can't read it.
No, I'm not going to use it. If you can already do it, maybe I'll give it to someone else.
Well, no, you've given it to me now. That'd be a bit awkward. I mean,
okay.
I think I'm the only one who can use it. Is anyone else?
Is it arcane? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can't. Oh.
No, I am literally the only person who can use it.
All right.
Thank you. That might come in useful.
The Nuala comes over after you've had some breakfast and says, Forest Marshal Gavrick arrived.
Forest who?
Forest Marshal Gavrick.
Oh, right, okay, yes. She was picking through some berries there. I
love these berries.
Lamb and berries.
They go good with lamb.
Wesleyan Gavrick is the Forest Marshal. Yes, you try saying that.
Forest Marshal watching hard.
Thanks, Paizo. The Forest Marshal of Nearmethas. None of those things.
You're very enunciating.
Forest Marshal of Nearmethas.
I think I've got a new vocal warm-up. The Forest Marshal of Nearmethas.
Thwarted the Morthuni invader. Enough.
The Whispering Tyrant.
What are we doing? Right.
Get words
He is looking over your evidence as we speak. Come. She takes you back to the room where you were gathered the first time, where there is a man wearing a green cloak and leather armor. He has a medallion around his neck, a metal medallion, and he has a sword at his hip and a longbow over his back. There are about 4 more in the room. They are rangers.
Caragor just goes quietly. Cool.
He's looking over. As he looks over, this. This is very troubling. Are you sure? And you found all of this within the temple?
Yes.
Yeah.
And not
for sure.
We had to, yes, in some secure areas.
Always suspected that they were up to no good in there. But I didn't think it went this far. This map seems to imply that they're seeking to control the whole city. Let me see. Perhaps you say that this seems to imply there's a connection with the guard. I don't know why the guard in the local area didn't stop them.
They were being paid off?
Yes. I think there's a good deal of money involved. The church is not poor.
If you summon the captain of the city guards here, you'll find Razmiri coin on her person or in her lodgings.
We'll see to it. Yeah.
We also discovered while we were there that the recruits, when they go out into the crowds, the recruits were used to distract people that were in the crowds, while other higher up recruits would then pickpocket them and take money from them. So as well as taking donations and things like this, they were also thieving and stealing from people.
Yes.
They have so many ways of getting the money. They are extremely untrustworthy and really some of the lowest people that I can imagine.
And they've been outright extorting some resident citizens. The baker that we got the message through, we were sent there to quite literally rob the man. It's a protection racket.
As we understand it, they've been doing that to a lot of people in the town.
Hence the riots.
It seems they've been working with one of our greatest enemies as well. This is extremely troubling. Very well. We will take action on this at once. He turns to one of the rangers. Lixi, come here. They step forward, and the forest marshal turns to them and says, I want you to head back to Tamron with all haste. Have the men arrest the captain of the guard from the district around the temple, and then I want you to shut down that temple. Arrest everyone in it. I want it pulled down by the end of midnight. From this day forward, the Church of Razmir will have no presence here in the city. Lixi nods and turns to go. The forest master says, and Lixi, make it look cool. Lixi nods and they walk out off into the morning sun.
Yes, Lixi.
Badass.
The forest marshal nods to you all. I don't know how we can possibly thank you for all that you have done for Tamron. You have rooted out a great evil here within our own populace, one that my own men could not find, one that was hidden very well. You have my sincere thanks. Here. He turns to one of the other men who pulls out a box and places it on the table. This is a thank you from the people of Tamron for all that you have done for us here. He opens it and you can see there are some bags of coins within it.
Thank you. You're just happy to help.
Forest Marshal. Was it Forest Marshal?
Forest Marshal,
That's
yes.
such a cool title.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, when it said it came from the people of Tamran, is that like from their taxes and that?
It is from state funds.
So I'm not clever on that. How's that? Where'd you get the money from? Where's that come from?
Well, we collect taxes from everybody and then we have money that we can do things with.
Oh, just a bit like...
Just give it back to the people.
Yeah, I don't want to take their money, do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure that I am comfortable to accept.
Because you know what, in the ruckus we blew up a house. I mean, we didn't, someone else did, but there's damage in that, do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I'd be happy going with Lixi and completely helping them scour every inch of the temple and liquidating all the funds in it as a reward for us, maybe. Well, I don't want to take any money from the people of Tamron.
I'm cool with it. And the fella goes and picks up his pouch. Thanks.
Okay, well, it takes
Hey, look, adventuring's not free. We're going to need some money in the future, and we have other things to do, gentlemen. But you do what you like. And lady.
Listen, mate. You know, we all just did it.
Not listening. Put it in the pouch.
Is he always like this?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't take all of it. You still leave, obviously, everyone's share.
You know what, Velda? You always have a choice, mate.
Yep.
And that's what you chose.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Just
You gotta
like,
live with that.
some people choose to, do all sorts of things.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything.
Good.
Well, I will.
Don't care anyway.
I do not hold it against you. You have more than earned it, sir.
Thank you.
And the rest of you are welcome to come along tonight when we pull down the temple.
That would be
marvellous.
marvellous.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will
have a
most
sort
definitely
through
watch
it.
that.
to be honest, I can tell you right now that there is a huge jewelled mask in there, and there's also a golden chair covered in jewels. That should be taken and given to all the people.
Loads of dildos too.
Oh yes, yes, and a room with very questionable stains. Don't touch the stains.
And a picture of me. Well, a painting.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's a
But
picture.
they're not related. All those things aren't related.
Yes.
The dildos are nowhere near the picture
Yes.
of Fulton. Even though we implied that.
We did leave 2 guys tied up at the top. They might be a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I think we've
cold
got a
and
duty
hungry,
to go
but-
back now. haven't we? We might be responsible indirectly for some deaths. We probably should go back.
You need to get your rope anyway.
Should we search
I mean,
Oh, rope! Yeah, of course. I'll give
so
the
we
rope
must
back.
definitely go back.
Should we
My
search the
rope's tied
ropes?
around them 2 as well. Yeah. I need mine.
Should we search the basement? No, just pull down the temple, let it collapse in the basement. There's nothing really in the basement. No. By the way, there's a tunnel, and I explained the tunnel leading from the Ranger's Rest into the temple,
Okay.
so they can cover that. Just make sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Well
Otherwise,
done.
people are going to run off.
So first things first. Velda,
Yeah.
you get a sack containing 20 silver pieces. There's your 20 pieces of silver.
Amazing.
Is it 20 pieces of silver?
It is literally what is in that sack. And then the rest of you go back the next day and
worth
you
it?
help the guard.
Yeah. What's worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. Silver's. Look, I haven't got that much money left. I'm literally down to silver and copper now.
You return to the Temple of Razmir, where a large contingent of guard. Most of these are rangers. They are not like the city guard that you've seen. It seems like this sort of Nimithus' standing army, like the National Guard, kind of have moved in. You can see most of the members of the guard that you saw around there are being arrested, and several of them are carted out. The gates of the temple have been knocked down. And you can see priests being dragged out by the various guards. They have surrendered without a fight. And the priests are being led out. Their masks are being pulled off.
Is there any naked ones?
As they
or ones
as they come in. 2 are being led out in their pants, also arrested, as the guards watch over them. You can see there are also quite a few people gathered around, all sort of watching this happening. But you can see there are a few concerned people looking as the master pulled off, looking as the people come out. You can hear people shouting out to the guards. You hear a man shouting, is my son in there anywhere? You could hear a few shouts of this. It seems like quite a few sons and daughters in general joined the church. As you enter the grounds, the doors have been battered in with a battering ram and are open, and the guards are in the process of just stripping the place, of just searching it for evidence. You see a guard go up to the great mask of Razmir, and as he touches it, a jolt of electricity blasts him, and he flies backwards and crashes into a wall. He gets up badly hurt, and he's immediately taken away. And then some other a wizard is sent for to examine it, and they gradually manage to pull it down with ropes.
Can I help with that?
Yep.
I want to go, look, don't touch it again. And
You
I
managed
go
to
towards
kind
the
of
mask.
by keeping an eye on it, manage to sort of work out when the trap has been dispensed. And then you're able to. They put great big ropes on, and they just pull, and the huge mask just tumbles down the steps and crashes down in the worship hall.
Was that the one that required the password?
No.
So we hang out, and when they get to that bit, we talk them through that bit.
Okay.
Along with the ice trap and the door.
Sure. You talk them through
Yeah,
those.
well, we've got the
tell
key,
them about
so-
the two.
Yeah, well, the ice trap should still be
the two
open. So.
guards down in the snake pit as well.
Yeah, I saved that till last. I almost forget about that bit,
They'd
and I
probably
go,
eat each other
you're
by
right,
now,
I
you know.
suppose.
You take a little while, take most of the day basically to sort of root out everyone who's still here and drag them out and start pulling everything down, and then you head down into the basement. You kind of go into the lower area and you see the two guys. They are sitting there just playing merrills on the ground. They've carved themselves out a little board and they're just sort of playing tic-tac-toe. They stand up as you come in and go, all hail the living. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's over for you guys, I'm afraid.
Isn't it Jimmy and David? Don't we know that from the cutscene?
It is Jimmy and David. Don't worry, Jimmy. One of them turns and runs up the stairs. There's a click. He comes sliding back down.
How many times have you done that now, Dave?
That's all. One day.
Do you know what that is? That's if you can get over that. That's when you'll get to the next step.
Tell you what, look, why have you got your mask on? You take your mask off now, David.
There's a banging comes from the Chamber of Delights. A little further down.
Banging
not for the first time.
Banging in the Chamber of Delights.
Where some of the Rangers have headed in there, and one of them calls out. One calls out and says, "Hey, you might want to come and have a look at this." You go back into the room. There are bodies everywhere. Like Engarth's body is still lying on the floor in a pool of blood. The various priests
just step over it, going.
Yeah. Oh, who did that? Nasty household accident.
Crazy though.
They've pulled down some of the drapes in the southern part of the room and revealed that there is a metal door behind it, which they go to work on with the battering ram. And eventually knock off its hinges to reveal that there is a room on the other side with several chests in it and some books on a shelf. They go in and one of the Rangers takes the books down and looks through it and says, "This is a record of everything that they've been taking over the years, where it's ended up. It looks like somebody was skimming some of it off the top. Looks like a lot of it was going back to Razmaran. They've been doing this ever since they came to the city. They've amassed a fortune down here. Well, the Forest Marshal says that if you want it, because it's within the temple, since you're as a reward, the four of you are welcome to it."
Hey, thanks.
A fortune, you say?
How much is there?
That seems like a fitting reward.
Isn't it? Thank you so much.
So
How much is that?
You have a look. So within the boxes, you find 14 sacks of copper, each containing 20 copper pieces. You find 8 bags of silver, each containing 20 pieces. You find 4 bags of gold, each containing 20 pieces. You find a darkwood case with a mask of Razmir inscribed on it, containing 5 moonstone gems. You find a +1 striking heavy mace. You find a potion of cure of lesser healing. You find.
Is anyone writing this down?
Oh no,
we can do it. We can do it after.
We'll get off here.
You find a snake or a bottle of snake oil.
It's just a snake.
Fair snake.
Just holding it.
An infiltrator's elixir, a lesser mist form elixir, 4 complete city guard uniforms, matching the local watch. You find 23 holy symbols, 1 for each of the goodly deities. Looks like third passing, and a bag that appears to be empty, but when you use detect magic on it, it is another bag of holding.
Yes!
Oh, good.
Oh, look at this.
So you find all of these things within it that you're able to pack up.
Well, I mean,
That split 4 ways is going to be so much money.
It's going to be so good.
It's fortunate how it all splits 4 ways as well.
surely you wanted money to go back to where it was. If you've got a record of where it came from, shouldn't it go back to the people it was taken from?
There's no record here of where it's come from. We know it's just
I mean, that is what you said.
No, there's a record of where they were sending money to.
Yeah, take it if you want.
Yeah.
And with all of the money that you turned down by not taking a reward, that's plenty of money to go back to the
60
city.
silver pieces? You yourself, James, said that the silver pieces were a lot. They're worth quite a lot of money.
There's a great deal of valuables in the upper levels as well that we seem to
Yeah, we'll go and skim those. Thank you so much, brother.
Oh,
We
where
appreciate
is
this.
the
Very kind of
money?
you.
Where is the money?
to be honest, this is blood money, and I'm happy with the money I actually earned.
Sure.
No, I am.
Velda's definitely happy with that.
This is no. You're on your high horses, though. No, but you're on your high horses. But this is directly money that's been extorted from the innocent, and you're like, woo! I was happy leaving the silver pieces I actually earned from the government for doing the job.
Velda proudly strides out of the Temple of Rasmir with his bag of 20
Although,
pieces, while the four of you follow, each holding a chest brimming with...
Just
I'm
clinking
quite
off
interested.
jewels from things as we go.
The moonstones.
Yes.
Can I make a?
They're not magical, they're just...
They're just okay.
They are valuable, but they're not magical. I'm assuming you identified everything, so I've told you what all the stuff was, and you make your way to the Gar's Last Meal, the tavern where you stayed when you first arrived here, the fishy tavern. As you arrive, Pugless Tamil with one arm looks up at you. All come in. He says, "Oh, Drow lady."
Oh, yeah, hello there.
I'm afraid I can't give you a job back. I hired someone
really?
new while you were away.
But who's the fuck?
There is a knoll serving drinks behind the bar. He looks at all of you
Soupy
and just kind of narrows his eyes and then goes back to serve. And Pugler's like, "Hey, clean the table over there." The knoll just kind of shudders and then walks over and just starts clearing drinks.
Well, that. Good luck to you. It looks like a knoll that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Nawala has come with you to the bar and sits down at the table. You've done some excellent work here. Tell me, where will you head next?
Well, we need to speak with Pathfinders. That is where we need to go next.
I see. You, what do you need to know from the Pathfinder Society?
I mean,
We've just got some questions,
We've got questions for historians and magic users.
out of character, she is a member of the Pathfinder.
She's a Pathfinder, yeah.
Yeah, she is a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a Pathfinder.
So
She is a Pathfinder.
I am a Pathfinder, so you may ask me whatever you need.
All right.
Need to ask someone you might. Out of character, is she a little bit too close to this for us to ask her directly?
No, I don't. Do you know what? I really trust her. I think she's good, but I wonder whether she might have to point us in the direction of like a lodge.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't mind telling her about it.
It's either a lodge or Absalom itself. How close geographically is Absalom to where we are?
It's quite a long way.
It's quite a way.
Okay. And the difficulty is she did have a lodge in the city, which then the temple closed down. So she is the best thing we've got.
Okay, all right. I think we're fine to tell her about it.
Okay.
But we can't get it out here, so
No, you still have a room, so you can go out to your room. Pugless hasn't let that. No one wants that fishy room.
Okay.
You go up to the Pugless lets
so-
you use the back room, and you can.
Okay, so we say, all right, we have something. This is on the down low.
Okay.
Just between us and you, okay? And we head up to the room.
Okay, you head up to the room.
So,
I mean, for expediency, are we going to just lay bare and tell her everything?
We'll tell her the whole story.
Okay, in that case, we sit down and we show her the whole
we tell the whole story and we show what we've got, and then we say, what can you tell us, or do you
Can
need
you
to
take us somewhere that's going to help?
She looks up concerned after you finish the story. It says, "This is troubling indeed. If this is something as powerful as that people like Rasmir and the Whispering Tyrant are after, then it could be something that affects the entire world.
This is what we are worried about.
I'm afraid that something this powerful is beyond my knowledge. I am just a ranger. The only people who would know about things this powerful, I would say, would be the archmages, the wizards in the Spire of Nex, which is down in the city of Absalom itself. Oh, there's the Arcanium there as well. That would be the place to go if you wanted to truly find out about something like this.
They are Pathfinders as well?
Yes, the Grand Lodge of the Pathfinders is in Absalom.
Well, that's where we'll go.
It'll be a long
that is
voyage,
where we'll go.
a long way to the south. I wish I could come with you, but I feel I need to I feel that I need to leave Nirmathas. I need to leave Tamarin as well. The cult will likely be back here undercover, and I'm sure will be looking for me. I'm going to head into the forest somewhere. Try and find somewhere a little way away from here. Maybe go to one of the smaller communities that needs a ranger.
small communities are good in Wala. I think that's a good shout.
perhaps if you can put us in touch with someone who can help us on the first beginnings of our journey.
There is somebody in town that runs a shop that I think used to be part of the Archmages of NHÉC. They used to maybe work in the Spire at some point, so that could be a good contact for you. I can give you the address.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
She writes some paper down and slides it across to you. Absalom is a long journey. You will need a good ship with a good captain, and you'll need and it will take you several months to get there, I'm sure. So if you have any business to finish off in Tamarin, I suggest you do it. It could be a while before you're back this far north.
Thanks. Hey, Nuala as well. If they come looking for you and they're undercover, don't worry, okay? And then Caragor points to his face. They wear masks, so you know they're working with the cult. And then he nods sagely. You can tell them, even from a distance, you know who's working for the cult 'cause they've got masks on.
Thanks. That's...
Nuala, you take care of yourself, mate.
And you.
Yeah, you have been most helpful to us and a great comfort. Thank you.
If there is ever anything that I can do to help you, I'm sure you will find a way to contact me.
Yeah.
And she stands and makes her way to the door, looks around and pulls her hood up, and then nods and heads out into the streets.
Oh wait, give our best to the Centaur couple as well.
Will do.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
What did they call the baby?
I believe they called it Shania Gore.
Oh yeah, we should give them maybe a gift. No.
All right. So we know where we're going. We know what we're doing. Danger Club for life, yeah?
Caragor is gripping the teeth from all the earwigs in one hand, and he nods back at Butler and says, "Aye, for life."
Yeah.
Did we see the note?
It's the note that she gave you?
Yeah.
It's an address. It's an address here in Tamarin. That's all you can see from it.
I put it in the new handy haversack.
Put in the new handy haversack. Okay, so you are prepared. Would you like to head to the address? Do you have any other business before you head off to meet the new contact?
Are we going to shop or are we just going to go?
I'm not going to shop.
I think we're just going to go.
No,
Okay,
let's just go.
Let's head.
All right.
And we're well rested and stuff now.
Oh,
too.
yeah, we're good. We need to find a captain and a boat.
Actually, has it been 2 nights rest now?
Yeah,
Splendid.
Okay. So you head to the shops.
Still in.
You follow the address, and the address leads you to a small alchemist's shop on a little street, and it leads you to a door on the side of it, which appears to lead to the apartments above. What would you like to do?
There's a name.
The shop is closed. No, there is no name.
There's no name.
There's just an address. They said there is somebody here who can help you.
Okay. All right.
Knock on the door.
Knock on the
Okay,
door
got
and
it.
say hello.
Knock on the door. The door, after a while, creaks open, and standing in the door before you is a tiny man who looks like he is inside out. He is made of meat. He looks up at you, grimacing as the morning air brushes over his exposed flesh, and then calls behind him and says, "Father! We have guests!" And that's where we leave it for tonight.
Yeah. Amazing.
Guess who's back?
Oh, man.
Do you know about that?
Forgive the interruption, but I believe this requires your attention.
If you ever believed Captain America was on the U.S. Olympic soccer team,
if you ever thought that the Winter Soldier was that brace yourselves guy on the internet,
and if you ever wondered just what would a raccoon do with a machine gun,
then don't let another week pass you by without tuning into
Mighty Marvel Geeks.
Mighty Marvel Geeks is your show about all things Marvel.
With news, rumors, commentary, and interviews.
As well as our weekly recommendations on what to pick up on New Comic Book Day.
Official consulting hours are between 8 and 5 every other Thursday.
That's Mighty Marvel Geeks on WeebieGeeks.net, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts.